Let's turn to the UK, where more protests are expected to follow those in Epping after protests broke out in the Essex town after a migrant was charged with sexual assault. And there are, of course, growing concerns that mass migration is threatening community cohesion. Can I get your reaction to what's been happening over there?
So this is a problem a lot of Western countries around the world are facing. Why wouldn't you, if you were an impoverished person from a third world country, want to get to Britain, want to get to America, want to get to France? Of course you would. You'd want to take your family for a better life. But it's just not possible. There are tens of millions of economic migrants who would like to, live in Western countries. It's just not sustainable. And so the problem in Britain is a bit like in America, a weakness of government, a failure of government to put in place ways of stopping illegal immigration. You have sympathy for people, but it's just not possible for countries like Britain to have thousands and thousands of people arriving every week, undocumented economic migrants. Now, in Australia, as we know, we stopped the boat people coming. We turned around boats. Controversial policy, but we turned around boats basically from Indonesia where it was safe to do so. And of course, the British government, Conservative and Labor, have been hopeless. They have no idea what they're doing. And no wonder Nigel Farage is ahead in the polls, because successive Conservative and Labor governments have just been hopeless. The French have been hopeless, the British have been hopeless. The answer in Britain is to do what we did here, to turn around boats back to France where it is safe and legal to do so. And if you have to transfer them to other boats to make sure they get back safely, that's what needs to be done. I mean, these poor people, and also you have to smash the people smuggling model, which was one of the reasons the illegal trade stopped in Australia, was because we let everyone know, we let the potential migrants know that if you come to Australia, you won't be able to stay here. We engineered offshore processing for people. So to break the people smuggler mould, that is critical to the whole resolution of this problem. And the Starmer government and the previous Conservative governments appear to be hopeless at dealing with this issue, and no wonder Farage is winning in the polls.
Finally, to the US, I want to get your thoughts on the Democrats, because Tim Walz has announced that he's not running in 2028. Let's look at this.
Last two quick questions. First question that people would kill me if I didn't ask. Are you thinking about running in 2028?
I am not. And my job, and I say that, I am doing all I can to help build the party and make sure whoever that person is wins.
Well, we appreciate
And I think we need to flood the zone with people.
Oh no, Michael. What are the Democrats going to do now?
Well, there'll be an outbreak of mass depression in America today, knowing Tim Walz is not going to run for the nomination in 28. I don't know how people will be able to get to bed in America today. I thought his performance was the performance of a clown, quite frankly, as the running mate of Kamala Harris. He's not a serious person, this bloke. I mean, he got up at that rally one day and said his major objection to the Republicans was that they'd taken the joy out of politics. Not world poverty, not crime, not illegal border crossings, not wars in the Middle East and in the Ukraine. Joy was his main complaint. This bloke, thank goodness he's not running. He wasn't going to win anyway. He had as much chance of winning the presidency as I have, and I'm not an American citizen. So I think the likely candidate will be Kamala Harris. Why wouldn't she run again? What's she got to lose? She can lose again, but she can win. So to me, she looks like the candidate for the Democratic Party. As bizarre as that sounds, she's only got Gavin Newsom to beat. He's got a shocking record in California. And I think, people are going to say to her, why don't you run again? She'll probably get the nomination because the left control the Democratic convention. So Kamala will have to find a new running mate, and sadly, it ain't going to be Tim Walz.
Michael Kroger, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. Great to talk to you.
Pleasure.